This video was brought to you by Stormberg, a better route planner, MisterGreen, Kempower and Marcus Bil. Yo, what's up? We are near our home. Behind me here you see the Xpeng P7 Performance. This is the all-wheel drive and it's Chinese, yet another Chinese car. So I tested it before 2 years ago, but that was a Chinese version. This is the European Norwegian version with CCS plug. And okay, so 2 years ago I also did a range test, but we're gonna redo it again because my measurement methods back then were kind of limited because we could not DC fast charge, for example. But yeah, and I'm gonna show you, man, this car is weird in many ways, but it's also kind of cool in many ways. So let me show you by, let me start by showing you the key fob. It's here, and then if you tap on the unlock button twice, voila! Whoa! Yeah, this is the one. You know, when Xpeng asked me, hey, do you want to borrow the regular version or the wing door? I was like, go for the wing edition, of course. Yeah, I just have to try to find which angle where it looks kind of odd. Like wait, maybe this one, like this. Yeah. Okay. So, what is the point of the wing doors then? Well, it just looks cool, right? Huh? You feel like you're driving some kind of hyper car. But I mean, I tried it in I tried the wing doors in, for example, Tesla or in BMW, and for natural reasons there is no cup holder there. But here we actually have a cup holder. Or how is that going to work, really? Okay, and then you're going to close. Wait, how do you close? Can you just do this? Nope. You have to. Wait, what about the other side there? Then you have to go into controls here. Quick controls, and then close, and then it closes, and you see I guess, yeah, it needs to take down the window so it doesn't hit anything. So we will just drive, actually similar to, what car was it again? I think it was the AMG Marvel. We just drive from here up to Rudsøgda and back to Dal, and that would be 230 kilometers according to Google. We'll see the distance, air, everything. So I've gotten slightly better at estimating things and measuring things over the years. So yeah, okay, I'm just gonna show you, man. This car, like I said, it's weird in many ways. Okay, which mode are we gonna use? Let's use eco mode. Well, how about sport mode? How about standard mode? Can you turn off that stupid sound? 9! 9999! What is this? Stable? Stable mode is some kind of a matchstick. Okay, no, okay, and then you have X pedal, which also is some stuff. But we're just gonna use the. Okay, let's stop digging around and get going. We are on the move now, so getting close to cleavage, and we have to cruise at 90 on the speedo, and you will see that actually 90 on the speedo is only 86 kilometers per hour on GPS. But eventually we're going to speed up because we have a little bit of uphill disadvantage now. So I'm trying to compensate by driving a little bit slower, maybe until Gardermoen or something. So yes, now it's, what's the time now? 7 in the evening. Okay, but I'm going to show you something. Okay, so what I need to do is, I'm using Xpilot now. Okay, it's being a little bit sensitive, but I need to just drive until I hit 100 kilometers exactly, and then we see the consumption, just like we did with Tang. So for I think Tang was every 50 kilometers, was it? Yeah, that's the way to do it. But man, more Chinese translation. Look here, if we change distance, no, that was speed. Okay, the other way here. Okay, here, distance, 1 gear, 2 gear, or do you want 5 gear distance? What about top gear or 5th gear? What? Oh shit, man. Okay, let's see. Front axle. 1080. Okay, the whole car. Wait. Ooh. Huh? 2240? What? It's heavier than the Chinese one. The heck? How's Mjøsa today? Oh, no wind for now, but this is usually what happens right after sunset. So I guess there will be more wind eventually. Temperature over here is 8 degrees Celsius. So, okay, not ideal. It might be a little bit colder, we'll see. But that's just how it is. So what is the consumption? I had to wait, okay, 63.9. Wait, based on the VLTP, it seems like we can go around 450 kilometers, maybe, or I guess we'll see. So far so good. Now we just have to get past this DB Schenker mother trucker. All right, we reached the first 100 kilometer mark, and well, the numbers changed slightly now because we went a little bit past it, but when it was 100 kilometers, see here that it was 198 watt-hour per kilometer since startup, but also there's another one here. If you go to energy curve, you see that there is a since startup and there is a past 100 kilometer, and they are not the same. So it was 198 on the top number and 191 watt-hour per kilometer on the lower number. So I wrote down both of them, and I will see, because if the top one is what it claims to be, then it shouldn't fluctuate much, whereas the bottom one should fluctuate a lot. So yeah, one weird thing about this car is that some screens like that one stays on briefly and then it goes away after a minute or so. But if you go to music here and then you go to sound effects, this screen here for some reason will always stay on. No matter how long you have it on, it will not go away. But I guess some of the other pop-ups or whatever, or even just like a screen for energy, will disappear after a minute. So this is really weird inconsistency in this user interface. And you know, Xpeng, they're actually trying to compete directly against Tesla Model 3. Even during an event they had in China, some Xpeng event, they even showed a Model 3 there. Maybe they cover some badges or whatever, but it was quite obvious it was Model 3. They're trying to price it right against the Model 3. And does that mean that Tesla should be concerned? I'm not sure about that, but I mean, there are some things about this car that is great. For example, the ride is really nice, man. I have to say, it's comfortable, but okay, maybe not as comfortable as, for example, the BMW i4 I tried. So it's not right there as the German cars, but at least it's better than Tesla, better than Model 3. And also when it comes to the soundproofing, also fairly good soundproofing here. I have to say, it's more quiet than Model 3. And then what else? Seats are also great. Yeah, seats are really great, man. I sit really nice and comfortable in here. But there is one thing. You see, the problem here is that this headrest here is really fat. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, you can see it. This freaking fat headrest here gets in the way when I want to check for blind spot. For example, I want to change lane and then check here. And then it's so fat that I can't see past this area behind here roughly. So I become a little bit unsure and I have to bend over like this just to see past it, right? So yeah, I'm not sure why freaking headrest needs to be that fat. Okay, there are some speakers in here, but is that really necessary? I'm not sure about that really. So yeah, but then how is this car to drive then? Well, it drives wonderfully, except for that many soundings and warnings and whatever cannot be turned off. So, should Tesla be concerned? I think it's up to you guys to decide. We are driving past Hamar, and over here it's 5 degrees Celsius. So it's getting colder nowadays. Yes, winter is coming. But you see here, I have to set the HVAC to 26 degrees Celsius. This is something you just have to know about Chinese cars, that the HVAC system is tuned differently. So if you try to set 21 degrees Celsius, you'll be freezing in there. So yeah, I feel like almost like it's not as cold as, for example, a Tesla or an Ioniq. So almost want to set it to 27, but I already feel like I cranked up the heat a lot. And here, but it's over the way, look here. We have Tesla Model 3 style air vents. They are not adjusted on the over here. You adjust it on the screen. So Well, it's a Chinese car after all, right? But at least it's smooth like this. I've seen it was in Taycan, was kind of clumsy, not smooth like this. But what is not so smooth is if you go here, and then when you scroll on the map here, no, what the heck? No, what the heck is it? It's doing all kind of shit there. There's like the other Chinese car I tried recently. Yeah, it was the Hongqi. So I just want to scroll. Not as smooth as Tesla, really. Why do you keep comparing against Tesla? Well, because they made it like that. They tried to no. Okay, whatever. I'm not gonna touch anything now. Man, this is so weird because, you know, I was just driving, looking at the road, looking at the trip meter, looking at the map, looking back at the road, and then suddenly the car pulls the seatbelt here, and just pulls the seatbelt, and then a little bit later, still looking at the road, looking at this one, you know, and then it just pulls the seatbelt again and says, "Please pay attention to the road, pay attention to the driving." I'm like, I'm doing it, but if I do something like this, you know, when I film the instrument cluster, I'll be like, okay, we have now driven 176.8 kilometers. The consumption is 199 watt-hour per kilometer. And then over here, you can see that we have, wait, what is it again? We have, if I go to the energy graph here, and then click here. Oh yeah, okay, and then for the last, when you do shit like this, the car does not bug me or pull the seatbelt or anything. And the Xpilot here is equipped with auto lane change. So you have to look for this symbol here, which means that it's possible to auto lane change. And just gently tap on the blinker. You have to hold the steering wheel and it will change the lane for you. But then every time you get that dung dung, wait, if you don't, okay, you have to do a gentle touch. Okay, there we go. Auto lane change in progress. That's a sound though. Every time. Why do you need to get a ding every time I change lane, man? That's gonna drive me crazy. Okay, let's see what happens if you don't hold the steering wheel. Oh, pulls my seatbelt. All is there still active.
Xpilot driving LCC.
Pulls my seatbelt.
Please take over.
Wait, what the heck? Auto steer disengage. The fucks, man! Ah! You gonna try to kill me? Shit, that is a fail. So the problem is that it disengaged auto steer. That's bad, and it did not slow down. So that's also bad. So yeah, like I said, it fails big time. Not only that, but you see here, if I try to re-engage auto steer now, you can see the message briefly. Because you didn't hold the steering wheel, I mean, then the car kind of punishes me. I only know another brand that does exactly this, which is Tesla. All the other cars I tested, even if you don't hold the steering wheel, you don't get this kind of punishment or whatever. So yeah, is that a coincidence? We are now at Dal, and okay, I checked at the roundabout up there. The distance reported was 227.5 kilometers. It's supposed to be 230, so this car underreports distance by 1%. All right, and here we have the stats. In case this resets once we go out of the car and shuts it down, then I will keep this for future calculation. So yes, right now, what? Huh, what the heck? Do you hear that? It's just started now. I turn off HVAC. It sounds almost like it wanted to cool down the battery, but we have been slow poking. It's cold outside. Why would it cool down the battery? Okay, whatever, let's go pee. We are back on the road again, and strange thing is that when I came back, those two numbers here, they reset to 0, but the average consumption was still 200 watt-hour per kilometer. Okay, weird Chinese software. But one nice feature is that now I navigated back to Dal, and you see it will alternate between some information, which is kind of weird because we have plenty of space under here. But you know, why do we have to alternate between this one and the other one? Ich weiß nicht. But you see that we are 14 minutes away, 23 kilometers away, But if we're 153 kilometers of range left, and we have 176 now. This is the VLTP range, and also because we have 470 fixed when we go to 100%, it means that if you actually take the kilometers and you divide it by 4.7, you will get percentage. I think that's how it works, which means that if we look here again, tiny stuff here, where did it go now? Okay, once we are close to the exit, then it doesn't show that way, but it was 150 kilometers roughly. So you can take 150 kilometers, divide it by 4.7, or let's say divide it by 5, quick math, and that means you will arrive with a little bit over 30%. Okay, I'm not sure if I can trust it, but maybe it will be a guideline for me whether I will figure out if I can make it somewhere or not. Yeah, I will do 1,000 kilometer challenge with this car. That's gonna be freaking hilarious, man. You guys, you ain't seen everything yet. Okay, let's keep driving a little bit more here. Okay, maybe you've been wondering what all those chimes meant earlier. Okay, if I don't hold the steering wheel for a little bit, there will be some dongs, ding dongs. Wait for it. Okay, first there's a warning, and then dongs. And then if you disable adaptive auto steer by just turning the wheel a little bit.
X-Pilot driving LCC deactivated.
LCC, I think that's lanes, whatever is going on. I don't know. Whoa, okay. Now you just totally disengage the whole thing. You can just reactivate it by doing this, and then you have to wait for it. It's not like Tesla. It will there. Now it's locked in, and now it's active. But then if you turn the wheel slightly,
X-Pilot driving LCC deactivated.
you deactivate and then activate it again. So you can.
X-Pilot driving LCC deactivated.
Yeah. So this happens every time you deactivate it.
X-Pilot driving LCC deactivated.
And then let's see if I go closer to.
X-Pilot driving LCC deactivated.
Well, it's actually, it interrupts each other's.
X-Pilot driving LCC.
Well, I was going to show you when you go close to the edge, you get the yeah. So that's another beep, and these beeps cannot be turned off unless you turn off auto steer. We are almost back at Dar, so the car estimated we will arrive with 60 kilometers of range left. Well, we have 43 kilometers of range left. Okay, all right, so let's drive a little bit more, and then we stop. We are almost done with the test, so I'm down to 24 kilometers of VLTP. I don't know how much that is for reals, but I just found this energy meter here. I'm going to zoom in a bit. It's kind of small. Everything is so tiny over here. For example, this one, by the way, okay, I'm going to show you here. On my perspective, it looks like this, and the set speed is so tiny that I have to kind of peep at it to see what the heck I set it to. But anyway, here, this is kind of interesting. So the Chinese cars, they tend to show you kilowatt, which is nice, instead of kilowatt hour per hour like the Germans. But why the heck is the scale set to 500 kilowatt max and minus 200 kilowatt? Yeah, minus 200 kilowatt for regen, because this car won't be able to regen 250 kilowatt, and this one can't output 500 kilowatt. So why? Okay, I think we're almost done. We're almost at Dar, and man, freaking every Chinese car, once you have low state of charge. I mean, first I thought, okay, I had 20 kilometers of VLTP range. There's something about every Chinese car. Below 20 kilometers, it stops showing you range left. But some other cars will at least show you how many percent you have left. This car doesn't even show you percent. Here you see the charging screen. This is kind of scary, man. Oh, this is a freaking charging screen. Dude, come back. Okay, I have what here? I forgot. You can click here. Wait, you can click here. No. That's a swipe. There. Wow. Okay. All right. Let's get over. Let's bail out. Let's go over to Dar and charge. Oh shit! The car slows down now. What the heck, dude? I have to get over to the charger. Stop it, man. I'm almost there. This is so scary. It goes into some kind of limbo. This is the freaking. Oh, this is the Neo limp mode. Oh, I have really restricted power. 20 kilowatts seems like. Okay, we're picking up speed now. The windows start fogging. Oh shit! Let's get over there. Oh, shit! shit.
Pilot driving LCC deactivated.
Man. Oh. Okay. Okay, so that's it. 364.5 kilometers. I consider the car undrivable at this stage. So even if you have battery left, then we shouldn't count it, man. If you have 20 kilowatt power limit, it's like crawling mode. Okay, we had 2% left, but do we count it? I don't know, I'll figure it out. Let's see how fast we can charge now. All right, this is what the charging screen looks like. We don't see how many kilowatt we're charging at, but this is also typical Chinese car, is that you will see number of amps and number of volts. So if you do quick math, you can calculate how many kilowatt. You see, Chinese people, they expect that you are freaking Asian and you know the math, and you can just ding, 77 kilowatt. Okay, so anyway, now I figured out how to do this. For the high-speed test, I will drive north all the way to Tongen and then back again. But then I don't go straight here. I go a little bit, a small loop past here and then back again. And that will be 99 kilometers, 100, yeah, so roughly 100 kilometers. And that means that we can then look at this one here and figure out that for the past 100 kilometers, wait, what? Huh? Oh, it's different now when we're charging. Oh, okay, it was supposed to be the energy graph, but yeah, you know what I mean. So, yeah, okay, we see this one. Oh, we can see number of kilowatt here. Oh, of course, I'm a noob. I didn't read the manual, yeah. Okay, but wait, can we see how many percent at least we have? No. Can then we lock the car? Well, so everything was supposed to be off. Okay, let's try again. Lock the car. Okay, it's off now, right? Okay, good. No, don't. Dude, I want to lock the car. Come on. Stop dicking around, okay? Lock the car, all right? Okay, I'm going to take the key fob and put it in the jacket. Put it in the pocket. Don't do anything funny now. Okay, anyway. Let me show you now. The problem is that... Are you serious? Are you serious? Dude, lock the car. Okay, but the problem now is that it started throttling. But what I was going to show you is that it doesn't pull extra amp for heater. Seriously. Which means that whatever you pull for heater will be taken from whatever you're supposed to put in the battery. So if you use the heater, it goes slower. Other cars, or most other cars, will actually pull extra power to run the heater, so it doesn't sacrifice the charging speed. What the heck is the car doing? Shit. We're on the move again, and I'm gonna show you some more weird shit with this car. Like I said, I was not done. So we're cruising at 120 kilometers per hour, okay, but remember that 120 is 115 GPS. Well, you can just increase the speed here, like most other cars. Well, no such luck. Well, okay, now it's bugged me about this one. Okay.
Please hold the steering
No, dude. Okay, the problem is that I can simply not increase the speed beyond 120 kilometers per hour. Some cars, for example, the Volvo has 140 as a limit, but on the speedo. But then you can at least disengage autopilot, or you can deactivate like this, and then can you increase the speed? No. You can still only go 120 on the speedo, even in just adaptive cruise control, which is still only 116 something. So this test is already getting kind of screwed up. So I actually have to just drive manual at 125. How the heck am I going to do 1,000 kilometer challenge, by the way, in the 120 zone at Varberg? Only Lord Elon Musk will know. Okay, but at least the road is empty, so we don't have any left lane huggers in front of us. We are back at Ioniq. Let's see now. What was the consumption? Oh, 244 watt-hour. We have to correct for 1% underreporting, so it's actually slightly lower than that. It's like 240 something. All right, I need to crunch some numbers, but also I need to start the charging test. And then Okay, so we have 56 kilometers of range left. I suspect that we have 12% or something. Let's check. Let's plug in. 12 or 30. 12%. Okay, let's plug in and check, because there's no other way to find out in this car. Oh, 11%. Close enough. Okay, I need to bring it down to 10% for the charging test. Okay, I'm doing the charging test now, finally. So, we just have to find out. Here we have a bottle of Frus, a half liter. And then here we have a bottle of Coke, half liter. Let me see, can we just... we can do it from the screen here, right? Okay. Wait, okay, open. Ooh, okay, what about this side? Ooh. Hey. Ah, it detected a tripod. Okay, door anti-collision. Alright, like a ninja, huh? Ancient Chinese secret. Okay, let's close that one. Huh? Okay, this one. You see? You can actually put shit in the door pockets here. And we'll kind of stay in there. Nice. But okay, let's take a look at the stats. So in the 90 test, where it was kind of cold, that's just how it is nowadays, we could actually get 376 kilometers of range. Okay, I counted the 2 last percent. I don't know how cool it's going to be to crawl for the last bit. But then the consumption was kind of high. This is the best I can do. I tried to estimate based on all the stuff we know. So 193 watt-hour per kilometer corrected is actually quite high. So in summer 2 years ago, I managed to measure only 150 watt-hour per kilometer. But how good was that a measurement back then? I don't know really, but also back then I estimated 73.8 kilowatt hour, but based on a smaller measurement. This time we went deep all the way, and then I have 72.3 kilowatt hours. So I think it should be fairly good. Yeah, at least you see it's kind of close. It's roughly 1.5 kilowatt hour difference only between last 2 years ago and now, the measurement. As for the 120 test, it was even colder, but fairly impressive that despite that kind of driving conditions, we managed 244 watt-hour per kilometer. Okay, it's not as good as Model 3, but you know, it was kind of cold. And I guess this is the fact that we have so good drag here, drag coefficient 0.23. Wait, was it 0.24? Oh, I think it was 0.23. So that's why when you go higher speed, you don't take that big penalty. So so that means that actually the high-speed range, 209 kilometers, is not that bad. But when we compare this car for what it was like kind of pointed towards Tesla Model 3, then okay, Tesla Model 3 long range is actually faster 0 to 100 versus this P7 performance, and also long range is cheaper, and it has more range, way more range, you know. In similar conditions, I would say at least 100, maybe even 150 kilometers more range than this car, this P7. And then, well, I mean, you can get the performance Model 3, but that's more expensive. So that's the thing. But this car is priced kind of low-ish. So given the price, then okay, it kind of competes against Model 3-ish. And then, well, you could even get I guess a BMW i4 rear-wheel drive, but that's rear-wheel drive, but also similar power, something like that. So yeah, I mean, this car still has its use, or because it's priced not too high, then it kind of makes sense, but you just have to know the plus and the downs with this car. So I'm only started now. This is just the beginning, and then I will make more videos, do more tests. 1,000 kilometer challenge, for example, is going to be very interesting. So stay tuned for more action. But when it comes to banana box test, there will not be a new test. I already done it 2 years ago. You can just check it, just banana box test, Teslabjorn P7 something, and you'll find it. So I think that's going to be it for now. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. As always, thank you for watching, and talk to you later.